don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. All right. Robot. I'm not gonna lie. I do not understand the hype for this movie. I absolutely did not like it. I felt like my brain cells were dying throughout the whole film. First of all, there is no villain in the movie. So they introduce the robot who's supposed to be good, and then they have like another guy who's creating evil bots to sell them to, like, I thought he was going to be the bad guy, and then he's selling them to a terrorist, and I'm like, okay, maybe that guy's going to be the bad guy. And then no, he basically takes that one guy's good robot and corrupts him with a red chip, and then it's just like, who's the bad guy here? And oh my gosh, the end fighting sequence was the dumbest thing ever, where all the chitties were morphed together, magnetizing themselves into a giant serpent, into a giant megabot, into all these random shapes. And I swear, if you count the amount of robots there are magnetized together in the first scene when they're in a ball or a wall, they will not amount to, like, every time they formed together, there were more robots when they all left the building at the same time. The ball was a small amount, and then they became a solid wall, and then they multiplied into becoming a serpent. There were like 5 times more, and then they became this giant mecha, which was like 20 times more than the serpent. It was ridiculous. The whole movie was a running gag with teaching him all these things. It was just that... I'm sorry, but no, this movie's absolutely terrible. I understand the fan base that goes with the actor, but at the same time, a terrible movie is a terrible movie. These things, I couldn't stand the songs. They were cringeworthy because the dance moves, primarily the costumes, everything. And I thought Raw 1 was bad, but no, this I think this was on a whole new level bad because it was so highly recommended to me. I was expecting something, okay, terrible graphics, but a decent story. No, the story doesn't exist. It's non-existent. They should have gone to prison, decommissioned the robot. It's just, even though they use the law to do it and have evidence, it's still his actions that led to that. He tore apart it's just, you know what? This movie doesn't have any thought process to it, so there's no point in trying to break it apart with logic. Oh my gosh, my brain cells were dying throughout the entire film. Like I say, I watch these movies so you don't have to, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry for either you wanted me to go through this pain and torment because you guys suffered through it, or you really cherish it. Maybe because it's the childhood nostalgia. I'm going into it as an adult. And I've been a huge cinephile since I was a kid, so watching movies and breaking them apart is something it needs something to redeem itself. There was nothing there. No story, no action sequence, nothing that really held it together. It wasn't cinematically beautiful in any sense of the word, so it was just a bare bones, generic student film, basically. Someone who's in the process of making a B film. It just, I don't know. I just, hate me if you want for it, but I cannot stand this movie. I sat through the entire 2 hours and 50 minutes of it, all right? I gave it that. I honestly do want to watch the sequel just because of Akshay Kumar, and it seems like there actually is a villain in that one, which is Akshay Kumar. But after this, I mean, this guy should not be making movies. I mean, I guess he made Raw 1, he made Robot, and so far, I can't stand those movies. They're, yeah. I watch these so you don't have to. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.